Title: Shadows of Betrayal. I slipped quietly into the ballroom, sticking to the far wall, far from the crowd and lights. The music was soft, the glow of chandeliers casting a golden shimmer across the polished floor. From my hidden spot, I watched, silent, still, my gaze locked on one person. My wife. She moved gracefully across the dance floor, swaying with the rhythm in the arms of a man I knew too well. Daniel, her colleague, a man I had once welcomed into our home, poured drinks for, laughed with, someone I had mistaken for a friend. My stomach twisted, but I remained motionless. I had to see it for myself. Then it happened. She leaned in, her lips brushing his ear. He smirked. Her hand slid slowly down his side, fingers lingering, and with a smooth, deliberate motion, she tucked something into his pocket. He reached in, subtly, just enough to glimpse what she had hidden there. Lacy underwear. He chuckled under his breath. She smiled seductively, then whispered words that burned themselves into my mind. Tomorrow, my husband's out of town. You'll get to see how they look on me. I clenched the glass in my hand, the ice inside cracking against the sides. My heart didn't ache. It pounded with something colder. Rage. But I didn't explode. There was no dramatic scene. No confrontation. Just quiet realization. I had seen enough. I turned and walked away, each step measured, calm. My mind already spinning. She thought I was leaving for a trip. She thought she had the time and space to betray me. She had no idea that by tomorrow, her world would be in ruins. The drive home was eerily quiet, my hand steady on the wheel despite the inferno inside me. Whatever love I still had for Sophia was ash now. The woman I married, trusted, believed in, gone. Replaced by someone willing to throw it all away for a cheap thrill. And for what? Daniel? A man so weak. He blushed over a pair of panties like a giddy schoolboy? No, this wouldn't end with shouting or tears. She didn't deserve the dignity of a fight. I would end this with precision. Silence. Finality. By the time I pulled into the driveway, my plan had already started to take shape. If she wanted to act reckless, fine, but it would be on my terms. I stepped into our home like nothing had happened. Calm, collected, she stood in front of the bedroom mirror, brushing her hair. She turned to greet me with a warm smile. Hey, babe, how was the party? I stared at her for a moment, at the face of someone who had just arranged to cheat on me, and now stood there, acting like nothing was amiss. I forced a small smile. It was fine. Long night. I think I'll leave a bit later tomorrow, instead of rushing in the morning. She paused, a slight flicker of tension in her eyes, then nodded. Yeah, get some rest before the trip. Liar. I leaned in and kissed her cheek, ignoring the revulsion crawling beneath my skin. I'll sleep just fine, I said, and I meant it. The next morning, I followed through on the illusion. I packed a bag, kissed her goodbye at the door, and drove off, just far enough to park in a secluded spot nearby. I opened my laptop. The home security system was online. Cameras covered every room, every angle. Every move they made would be streamed directly to me. I waited. Less than 2 hours later, the alert came. She didn't even wait until lunch. Daniel arrived at the door, grinning like a boy at Christmas. She greeted him in nothing but a silk robe, trailing her fingers down his chest as she pulled him inside. They kissed. They laughed. They thought they were alone. But every kiss, every whisper, every careless touch was being recorded in pristine, high-definition footage. I cracked my knuckles, a smile creeping across my face. Perfect. Now I could begin the takedown.